Hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Dr. Tony here. Dr. Tony Coaches, LLC. Glad you're joining me. If you are here, I want to talk today about, have you ever felt like you just don't fit in? Like you don't seem to fit in no matter how much you have tried, or no matter how much you either conform or try not to conform, or whatever the case is. It's like something seems like you just don't fit into the category. You just can't fit into this experience. You just don't fit in general. And sometimes it's hard to put your finger on it. It's just like, why don't I fit in? Like, what is it? Have you ever had that experience? A lot of people think that people don't have that experience, but a lot of people have that experience. I know when I was younger, I moved a lot. So I automatically didn't fit in to the new spaces that I moved to because I was a new person, right? There's these pre-existing groups that already existed in here. I was the new person coming in. Add on my multiracial identity, my multiracial ethnicity. So that was different than most all of the people that were in my classes and in my neighborhoods. Plus my challenge with being overweight. I've always been overweight. My whole childhood, I was overweight and struggled with that. And then also my tomboy-like nature. I was a tomboy for a good portion of my childhood. So I didn't fit into that kind of girly girl box. And what happened was, you got a kid that often felt like she didn't belong. You ever feel that way? The thing was, excuse me, I wanted to fit in. I wanted to belong. And I thought they were the same thing. I didn't realize until much later in life that fitting in and belonging are not the same thing. But when I was a kid, I did. I thought they were the same thing. And many adults still believe that they're the same thing, and they're not. But when I was a kid, I wanted to have friends. And so I became a social butterfly who knew how to appease and please, how to adapt, how to strive for perfection, to show up and to excel so that I could so I could demonstrate that I was friend worthy. But why am I sharing this story with you, right? Adult to adult, why? Well, because this experience of my childhood ultimately led me to believe that I had to fit in order to actually be of value, to actually belong, to actually have a place that says your existence matters and you don't have to claim it. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to do anything to have it. It's just yours. I needed to be liked and accepted in order to fulfill my purpose. I essentially lived a life believing that I needed to prove I was good enough. And so that's what I did for most of my life, even into my young adulthood, even throughout my 20s. Many people have their own stories that translate into these beliefs of not feeling good enough, although not everyone's aware what their story is or what's going on kind of in the background or in their subconscious or whatever the case is, however you want to describe it. But why does any of this matter? Well, these deep-seated stories or beliefs about ourselves, they wind up informing our choices about how we show up in life, about how we interact with ourselves, within relationships, at work, wherever the case may be. For you, for me, it's a bit different, each individual to individual. But it does affect how we show up. It does affect our choices. It did for me, and it has for my clients, right? So for me, I wound up seeking to overachieve. I had to prove my worth, right? I would overextend myself. I would overgive. And so that led me down a road of burnout, anxiety, depression, codependent relationships, and a whole hell of a lot of pain. It was hard. But you better believe I made sure no one saw how hard it was for me. I had to keep up appearances. Can you relate to that? I didn't understand how I could work so hard and give so much and then still feel this void inside. Perhaps some of you can relate to that. I'm willing to bet if you've stuck around this video this long, you can relate in some way. This resonates with you in some way. And it's hard. Many busy professionals that I've worked with and other busy professionals that are out there, ones I've connected with, whether it's personal or professional, They have their own life experience that has molded their beliefs, and some are aware and some aren't, but they've molded their beliefs and led to a practice in life, a behavior pattern in life, like for me, overextending myself, right? In order to feel successful, acceptable, worthy, valuable, indispensable, etc. The thing with these stories impacting your choices so much is that you'll always wind up feeling negatively if these old untended stories continue to kind of take hold of the wheel, to steer the ship. No matter how hard you work to avoid your feelings, they're going to surface, and they're going to be connected to these deep-seated beliefs or stories that you've bought into, whether you realize it or not. It happens. These stories impact how you spend your time. They impact where you put your energy and how much energy you exert. They impact your motivation levels. They impact how you show up in your relationships. They impact how you feel about yourself, right? And then the cycle repeats itself. I don't think that you have come this far in this video by chance. I don't think you found this video by chance. I think you came to this video because this was a message inside somewhere in some way that was intended to reach you right now. For whatever the reason that is for you, I don't know. That's unique to you. But maybe from something you've heard so far, you're aware, you can feel, you can sense that somehow this connects with you. If you know that there are some deep-seated stories or beliefs that are impacting how you're showing up, perhaps similar to my experience of not feeling good enough, are you open to just saying, yes, they're there? Are you open to that? Yes, there's something there. And it does affect me. Even though I don't want it to affect me, it does affect me. Are you open to just being aware that this is a thing, that this exists? If you are, then you've already taken the first step that is required for you to begin to shift out of those beliefs, for you to begin to rewrite those stories in a way that serves and supports you differently, more effectively, in a healthier way. Awareness is power. Awareness is power. And there's not enough time in one video for me to go through all of the steps that would need to happen to support you in going even deeper with that, because to be honest, information is awesome, but it's the effective application of that information that makes the most difference. And it's our experiences, our interactions as we're applying that information, right? With a support system that is helpful for us, with people that want to help hold us accountable in a supportive and nurturing way, right? Like all of those pieces, those are really the power that helps to create the transformation that we want when we want to up-level our life, or we want to make a shift in our lifestyle, okay? So I'm not going to go through all the steps that need to happen to go even deeper with this. I want to say that it's worthy of a celebration if you're just open to being aware that this is a thing for you. Start there. And then if you do want to go deeper with that, then you can let me know and reach out. I'll put a link below if you want to schedule a free 30-minute consult, or if you want to enroll my upcoming program, which is going to be a premium coaching program. We start July 1st, 2020, and it's a month long, and we're going to be diving in deep clarity, motivation boosting, creating time so you can experience more freedom in your life, more joy, okay? More fulfillment. So if you want to go even deeper, let me know. But know that that awareness in and of itself, taking that step, being open to have that awareness in and of itself is a celebration. That is a place to start, okay? We can't do all of it all at once. Just take that step. Hey, maybe there's this piece, this story, this belief that's affecting how I'm showing up, and I want to shift it. I want to show up differently. That awareness is important, okay? So if you are still here and you are interested in engaging with this premium coaching program that I have coming up on July 1st, please go ahead and click the link below. I'm going to leave it for you. What you're going to get inside this program is live coaching. You're going to get questions and answer sessions. You're going to get recorded lessons that are guided and walk you step by step through the processes that are practical so you can boost your motivation, create more time in your schedule, and you're going to have forever access to those recordings, by the way. You'll also have customizable time-saving templates and e-materials to support you throughout your process. So I know for me and for my clients, noticing this cycle can feel a bit scary, right? And potentially hits the ego for some, and that's normal. All right. All right. It's okay. All right. When we are wanting to begin to explore things that we haven't explored before, or maybe explore them in a different way, it's normal. It's natural to maybe feel a little bit scared, a little bit worried, a little bit apprehensive. That's okay. Okay. So if you're feeling any of that, that's okay. Now, if you're wanting to take more steps and you're like, oh, like a premium coaching program isn't for me yet, like I said, go ahead and schedule that free 30-minute consult. Or if you're looking for something different, maybe therapy, then I encourage you to reach out and speak to a therapist in your area. I am a therapist. You're welcome to visit my website if you're in Pennsylvania. I'm licensed in Pennsylvania, if that's something that you want to check out and see if we're a good fit there. But what I would encourage you to do is know that raising your awareness is an important step. Okay, and once that awareness is raised, now we get to do more with it. But we can't do anything with anything that we're not aware of is happening. Okay, so I'm so grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, have an awesome day.